I quit Instagram. So why did I quit Instagram? I quit Instagram because I spent a bit of time thinking about 22-year-old Annie. This is 22-year-old Annie. 22-year-old Annie would murder me. She would kill me for my relationship to social media. You see, 22-year-old Annie was opinionated, lived by her values, had her own ideas, was a bit zesty, and I don't know, just really independent and self-sufficient. And she had her own ideas about the world, and like she believed that social media was evil, the fact that it was taking your attention away from your life, away from your ability to think, away from your ability to have your own opinions. She thought it was important that we, you know, are aware of that and disengage with that. And for months I've been spending like every evening on the sofa watching reels or shorts or TikToks, whatever, this short form video that's like fucking cocaine for your brain. And I realized I knew nothing anymore. I'm so blissfully unaware of my own opinion that I've allowed a million people to make up my opinion for me by simply being on these apps. The day I deleted Instagram from my phone, I was like, I knew I was going to delete it like that day or the next day for this little experiment. But I sat there and was like, oh, I'm gonna get my final hit, my final kick of dopamine, and went on the app, watched like 4 or 5 different reels, and all of them were these sort of really beautiful Instagram hotties who look like they're from some part of America that it's just synonymous with happiness and sunshine and serendipity. And they were all telling me how to live my life, whether that was like a spiritual betterment, mental health betterment, or physical betterment. And they were all totally contradictory, and it didn't make any sense. And I sat there and I thought, Annie, what do you think? And it was like tumbleweeds through my brain. Annie, what do you think? Annie, what do you think? Annie doesn't have an opinion because she's allowed her brain to get infested with these other people's opinions. So the mission became delete Instagram, 30 days no Instagram, and get your brain back and see what it does to the business. Can you sustain a business without the social media? Let's find out.
Oh, hi plant. Oh my gosh guys, this is so exciting. So I repotted my plant when I moved studios, and there's a leaf emerging just here. Anyway, we have a new leaf. Baby's growing, it's all good. So first things first, let's have a look at the traffic on my website, or coming to my website. Ever since Google Analytics became GA4, I honestly have no idea how to even go around it. I'm just going to use Wix, my website provider's analytical stuff. So what you're looking at is data from the 12th of September for the previous month of all of the sources of traffic coming into the website. So you can see we've had 127 visits direct from Instagram, 68 times people have typed in their URL, and then 43 times people have found me through Google search, or maybe even Google Merchant Center, like Google Shopping. 15 times I've been found through YouTube, or like, you know, people have arrived from YouTube, and 10 times people have arrived through Facebook. So you can see Instagram like has the majority share of traffic sources. This potentially could be detrimental to, you know, my sales over the next 30 days. So you can see I don't pay for any ads. I don't have the budget, to be honest, and like, you need a big budget to make a big difference, and I don't have that. for ads, and I also don't have like the time or the strength for my orders to like massively increase. I'm pretty happy with where they are at the moment, and there's like a slow gentle incline year by year, but it's manageable for me, and I've got very used to my mode of production, you know, having the luxury to take my time over pieces, to not get super stressed out by it. So some other analytics that we're going to keep track of is my sales. So in the last 30 days, I've had 8 individual web sales, and in the last 30 days, I've had 3 bespoke projects, you know, see completion or be worked on. Obviously, some bespoke projects kind of traverse month to month. And finally, we're gonna keep an eye on these Instagram analytics, seeing as I'm not gonna post anything to it as of Monday. So I don't know if you've noticed this. On the professional dashboard, they have just recently changed it from accounts reached in the past 28 days to views in the past 28 days. Now, my accounts reached has been like 12,000 for months. I can't increase it unless I pay for ads. That seems to be the way. No matter what content I make, no matter how much I make, I can't seem to get higher than 12,000 accounts reached. But they changed it the other day because I woke up one morning and it goes 62k accounts or 62k account views. And I was trying to work out for ages what metric they'd kind of changed, but I guess it's like a people-pleasing tactic, isn't it? Everybody now thinks that they're like getting more seen, and really you're not. This is for the last 30 days again. I've had 72,000 views, almost 12,000 accounts reached, 1,500 interactions, 8.7k followers, and I've shared content 116 times. So what are we gonna do if we're not posting on Instagram? How are we going to attract attention? How are we going to grab our little corner of the internet and shake it at everybody so that they can see it? Well, this extra time would be useful to invest some time in SEO. And you know, obviously Google Merchant Center is working well for me, and I think I've had my analytics has been telling me that, you know, I'm getting more organic reach on, or I'm coming up more on organic Google searches. So keep plugging the SEO. Writing more content for the website is definitely something that would help that. I think there's a minimum length the product descriptions really need to be, and sometimes I don't hit that. So the product descriptions having more keywords in them, you know, I could make sure that every single product on the site really has a full SEO checklist sorted. I will also continue to post to YouTube, and I will continue my emails. I guess really, I'm not trying to make myself more work, I'm trying to make myself less work, but if I can achieve the same outcome from not engaging with Instagram, then that's sort of like the most ideal. Obviously the most ideal would be like to get even more sales and have even more bespoke requests without going on Instagram, but realistically the ideal sort of level I want the same, but with having to do less work and having to go on Instagram less, so I have more of a free mind to just indulge myself in my projects and my creativity. It comes down to this question of what is it I actually want out of my business, and what I would like is the freedom to make whatever I want to make, whether it's something super small or something really random. I want the time to be able to pursue a project if I feel like it's worth pursuing. And at the moment I feel like I spend so much of my time making things from made to orders from the website, which, you know, they're pieces that I designed years ago and I made years ago, I started making years ago, and I don't feel like they really reflect me as a artist now. Anyway, it's all about finding that path, finding that way through. And like I say, if I can go through the next 30 days and achieve the same level of business, level of growth, level of maintenance as I have the last month, without Instagram, without posting on it, without engaging with it, well, I'm gonna be very, very happy. Aloha! It's Sunday evening and I deleted Instagram this morning from my phone and my iPad. So I kind of just thought, like, let's get on with it, as I'm literally going to spend most of the day, because I haven't been feeling super well, I've got a cold. I'd spend most of the day just sat on my phone on the sofa. So I've deleted it, and I have listened to a really interesting podcast about dreams and precognition, which was just fantastic. I have spent some time outside, I've done yoga, like, I haven't done any cleaning. Ugh, I've got to do that now, but it feels good. And I also got a comment on one of my videos today, like the creative block one. It's actually quite cool. I like it. You can watch it here. About how this person felt inspired to quit Instagram or try deleting Instagram after watching the video. So there's somebody else, hopefully, who I can connect with who's doing it with me. We'll see. Anyway, happy Sunday. It's been 2 days since I haven't had Instagram. And what I've noticed, one, look how cool my outfit is. Somehow I picked out this outfit that I've never, ever worn before. And it's cute. Last night, we were on our phones on the sofa, and I'm consuming some like long-winded YouTube videos. And then I come across this video of this girl with like a really lovely sort of Jane Birkin style fringe, and I've been wearing my hair up so much. Why would you care about this? Anyway, I'm gonna tell you. I've been wearing my hair up loads, so I'm like, maybe I want to change my hairstyle. So I'm looking at these pictures of ladies, and then like with these bangs, and then there's Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen come up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, their clothes look so cool. I should wear something kind of like this. And what I think's going on is, like, for the first time in a really long time, I'm consuming images in a conscious way rather than just like mindlessly rolling through thousands and thousands of images. Thousands and thousands of images and not taking any of them in. Instead, yeah, it's working. Like, I'm paying attention. And I like it. I almost did go on it yesterday, I have to be honest. But I restrained myself. Anyway, I'm off to work. To complete my outfit, I've got these. I've spent this morning, I'm just getting ready to go to work now, but I've spent this morning researching SEO and other marketing tactics that I can use as a small jewelry business to promote myself, to promote my work without social media, without Instagram, anyway. Essentially, there's no good answer. How cute. Obviously, SEO used to be a really, really worthwhile endeavor. But my site isn't the kind of thing where I want to have lots of blogs and write lots of things. I don't have necessarily the time to write all these blogs. I need to spend my time creating products, actually making jewelry. So that doesn't work. And from what I can tell, SEO is dying. SEO is dead. Dead. Do you know what I mean? It's so dramatic. But apparently because AI is just so great and clever, everybody is using AI to create the SEO focused content, and then it's just completely oversaturated, and people are using ChatGPT to like answer the question that they would put into Google. So these kind of SEO keyword heavy blog posts are sort of becoming not important. That leads me, what do? I've just spent like 3 hours on Reddit trying to find like some substantial advice on how to do this. Where I'm at with it from today's research is I can't afford to not be on social media and not be posting on social media. But what I need to do for my mental health is to change my relationship with it and not have Instagram on my phone, not spend every evening scrolling through other people's work and just comparing myself, being so concerned with what they're doing that I'm not paying any attention to me. I need to change that fundamentally. I'm still going to do this 30 days without any contact of Instagram at all and keep mulling over these thoughts and ideas, because obviously it's only like 4 days since this started, and I hope over the next 24 days I'm going to have some, like, hopefully some bigger breakthroughs. I'm still not on Instagram, which is fantastic. And I became a mum last week to 2 gorgeous children. Let me show you. These are my children. This is little Pickle. Pickle. Don't think they know their names yet, but honestly, they're so adorable. I have pretty much spent the whole weekend sat on the sofa watching them play, cuddling them. I'm so happy. Best decision ever. Well, this is future Annie, far in the future Annie, because I only recorded up to day 10 on some videos. The rest of my kind of assessment of how I found being without Instagram to be was mostly in voice memo form, sort of as I was walking from A to B. But getting kittens in like the middle of this process meant that I did not miss that app at all. I did not want to go back on it. And to be honest, it's caused me quite a bit of stress the past few weeks, because I'm like, it's now Halloween, today's Halloween, so it's been like a while since I've been back on Instagram, and I have posted some things, but bloody hell, I find it stressful. Anyway, I'm gonna make this video into 2 parts, so we can really get into like what's actually going on in one's brain when you are disengaging from social media, how the statistics went. I haven't actually reviewed them, like the views and reach and stuff yet, so we'll have to do that another day. But before we go, I just want to share with you some of the sort of observations I made to my voice memos. I've kept voice memos for years, particularly when I'm walking A to B on my own, because I think it's born from a female safety thing. If I was walking home at university like late at night, I would pretend to be on the phone to somebody, but I was actually just talking to myself and sort of journaling, diarrheaing. That sounds awful. That sounded like diarrheaing. I did not mean that. Anyway. So about 14 days into not being on the app, I'm talking about how madly creative I was feeling. Like my little journal book that I carry around with me, fucking full of ideas for clothes, for different designs, for artworks. Like, because I wasn't using up this like brain power in the evenings, like I said before, I was able to think a bit more consciously and observe or bring different ideas kind of together, because that is what creativity is. It's like pulling two things into each other and merging them. And I was really able to do that. And I even reported like having this sensation in my temples that was almost like I could feel this presence of space and almost like energy just being able to get to me, that I was receptive of it. I report a lot about you know, the itch to go on the app still, and like a bit of worrying about how I'm gonna make up the money if I don't do as many sales, which yeah, that happened. But oh, more energy in the evenings. Instead of doom scrolling, I was putting on a podcast or lecture or something that was a bit mind nourishing, and in the evening time, and like I didn't want to just fall asleep after dinner. Like I had a bit more energy, I had an extra burst, like an evening burst of energy to engage with a project or read a book or listen to a lecture and actually take it in, which I found really interesting because I was doing more and having more energy. The major plus out of this whole experience is the creation of the watering hole. You know, I've always been a writer. I used to be more intellectual, but kind of before I started making jewelry, I've read a lot more, I've wrote a lot more, I obsessed, but also reflected and observed and made commentary about things. And for ages, I've really wanted to grasp some of that back for myself. And I feel like this time without Instagram, I was able to do that, and it sort of emerged in the form of the watering hole, this new newsletter. And I mean, I really encourage you to sign up, because there's the opportunity to begin engaging with your creative self and to discover some artists' ideas, artworks that maybe you've never had the chance to encounter before. Let's call it Art School Light. Anyway, I'm gonna make a part 2 where we chat exactly how many sales I got, exactly how many bespoke commissions I got, how did my Instagram do, how did my website analytics do, you know, and what was the true impact of leaving Instagram for 30 days. The impact on my head, my brain, my health, couldn't be better. I found the insidiousness, and I'm working to realign my relationship with that awful attention grabbing app. See you next time.